Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to go through a top 10 list of MMA's most feared weapons and techniques. These techniques are some of the most feared in the sport and forever attached to certain fighters, signature moves if you will. So let's get right into this top 10 list. In no specific order, number 10, Cro Cop's left high kick. There's a famous quote by Cro Cop, right leg hospital, left leg cemetery. Cro Cop's left high kick is one of the most feared techniques in all of MMA. It definitely was Cro Cop's signature move. He's knocked out many opponents with it. The Cro Cop left high kick is something of legend. Number 9, the Dan Henderson HBomb. The Hendo HBomb was basically Dan Henderson's sledgehammer right hand. If Dan Henderson was standing across from you in the cage or ring, the H-bomb was definitely something you had to worry about. Dan Henderson, without question, pound for pound, one of the hardest punchers in mixed martial arts ever. Number 8, Ronda Rousey's armbars. Ronda Rousey was so good at catching opponents in an armbar and finishing them with it that it became her signature move, as well as her throws. At one point when Ronda Rousey faced an opponent, what came to mind was Ronda Rousey via armbar. Number 7 on the list, Alistair Overeem's knees. Some of the best and most dangerous knee strikes in all of MMA. Alistair is kind of known for them as well as his guillotine choke, but those knees he would throw, just deadly. Moving on to number 6, Chuck Liddell's right. Chuck's overhand right was like the fist version of Cro Cop's left high kick. It was highly feared, opponents worried about it, and if he landed it on you, it was a wrap. Number 5 on the list, Rampage Jackson's slams. At one point, Rampage Jackson was like the Alexander Karelin of MMA. Karelin was known to pick up opponents in wrestling matches and just toss them over his head with his signature suplex. Well, Rampage Jackson was also known for slamming people on their heads in MMA. This was actually a thing you had to worry about when you fought against him. One of the most iconic finishes and slams of all of MMA was Rampage Jackson's powerbomb of Ricardo Arona. Number 4 on the list, gotta show love to the pioneers and go old school, Mark the Hammer Coleman's headbutts. The father of ground and pound would smash his head in your face, in your guard. It was devastating, it was brutal. Coleman was the best at it, and when they removed headbutts, it definitely took a great weapon out of Coleman's arsenal. Number 3 on the list, again in no specific order, Rousimar Palhares's heel hooks. It was like the Mike Tyson effect of submission grappling. Heel hooks are scary as it is, but Palhares was a physical beast, super strong, and he was known not to let them go, even when you tap out. I truly believe that Palhares won fights before they even started, just from the fear of dealing with those heel hooks. Number 2 on the list, Wanderlei Silva's soccer kicks and head stomps. Back in the Pride days, the Pride rules, soccer kicks and head stomps were legal, and like nobody was better at them than Wanderlei Silva. They perfectly suited his style. He was one of the most violent and savage fighters in all of MMA, and if you dropped to the mat, you were susceptible to catching a heel to your face or shin bone to your head when you fought Wanderlei. And the last of these signature techniques is Randy Couture's clinch work and his dirty boxing. When Couture was in his prime, he would just wear opponents out and break them down by clinching up with them, getting them against the cage, and implementing dirty boxing. Couture kind of changed the game with the clinch work and the dirty boxing that he brought in the cage. Definitely something opponents had to game plan for. Anyway guys, that's going to wrap up this short video on 10 signature techniques and weapons in MMA. Hope you enjoyed the video. I might do a part 2. If you can think of any signature moves attached to a fighter, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. Would love to read and talk about those. Thanks for the likes, the shares, the subs. Truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.